So, Mr. Praneet Brar, I recently came to know that you have a very deep knowledge in crypto market and cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, you cannot say a deep knowledge, but I'm interested very much in it, and you can just say knowledge. That depends on how you define deep.
So, what in cryptocurrency interests you the most?
I think the technology behind it. It is based on blockchain, and blockchain is completely revolutionizing the way we see things
Could you please
because
explain
of its
what is it?
transparency and other features that it offers.
Could you please explain blockchain, what is
Decentralization.
blockchain for our viewers? What is it?
Yeah, okay, I'll say a few lines on blockchain. Blockchain is a technology in which the data is connected in terms of blocks, and similar data is connected to the block and another block. So there is a chain formed of the blocks, and that is why the term is known as blockchain.
So in our daily lives, or many MNCs are using blockchain technology.
Yeah, and even many companies, I would say Goldman Sachs, the bank, they are moving towards the blockchain and adopting blockchain, and some companies they are already using it, like Microsoft is using, and Amazon is also, and the Facebook, the metaverse is completely based on blockchain, and the major tech giants, they are moving towards the blockchain because they see a future in it.
Okay, let's talk about Bitcoin now.
Yeah, okay.
So Bitcoin, as you know, that it is one of the most popular cryptocurrency,
Yes, it is.
and
Indeed.
its value is very high. It's around I think $20,000, right?
Yeah, it is maybe now 24,000 maybe.
Yeah, it has gradually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it is a very volatile market.
Yes,
So
it is.
our users are panicking a lot because the market is going down. So what do you think? Bitcoin will grow up or it will go down? What is the future of Bitcoin?
Okay, so I'll say that it is a cycle, right? The market trends like a cycle. There is a bull run, and then there is a bear market, and after a span of 2 to 3 years, there comes a bear market, and a lot of people they move their money away from the cryptocurrency market, and that is what I would like to say to my viewers. That is the perfect time to make an entry in crypto market because the prices are so low.
So stop. So he is saying that it is a perfect time to enter in the crypto market.
Yes, it
So
is.
you can listen that.
Yeah, that's a very nice point that I think so, and you should also consider that.
Yeah. And our users are also asking for what is Bitcoin halving?
Yeah, okay, I would like to explain this term. Bitcoin halving is something like which, okay, there is a term called mining, right?
Yeah.
So Bitcoin transactions are mined because if I send Bitcoin to you, so it would be broadcasted on a Bitcoin blockchain, and that will be.
Wait a minute. You are saying that you can send Bitcoin to me.
Yeah.
So there is a rumor in the market that Bitcoin is using for the money laundering purposes, for
Yes.
the terrorist purposes. What do you think about it?
Yeah, because it is the anonymity because behind the blockchain technology, and that is a major drawback because the government has to consider this thing because we can transfer money and any amount of money to anyone in the world.
Yeah.
So we cannot, if for example, if I transfer like $1 million to you,
Yeah.
there are a lot of stages because, and if you are living in some other country, then there are a lot of process. If I have to get the money to you through banks, there are a lot of things, the legalizations and all other stuffs. So but in Bitcoin, I only need your Bitcoin address and I can transfer any amount of money to you.
So can you suggest some ways so that a company that are using what we call it, the exchanges can modify their terms and policies for so that the money laundering will reduce, for terrorist activities will reduce?
Yeah, we can do that up to a certain extent because if, for example, I am transferring some amount in like millions of dollars, so that's a lot of money. So we can get some checks so that there is some sort of that that is the legal way.
So,
because generally we do not transfer millions in just because we are.
So do you think KYC is a better option?
KYC is a must thing because it has to maintain the profile of a person who is having account. And for example, if I have a good amount of money on Binance, let's say, and I do not have my KYC approved, so the Binance exchange would not know that who is the person behind it. And Binance is because a huge company, so just because to protect themselves from the legal courts, because if I'm a user on Binance, then I'm using Binance services, and if something that I do wrong, then Binance will also be held responsible for it, because I'm using that platform, and that platform did not ensure me that I can do a legal or illegal something on it. So Binance, just as to protect themselves, they have introduced a KYC option, and in my opinion, I think that it is a very important thing to do for a platform.
Okay, so I think the questions that our users were asking is now clear.
Yeah, because KYC, I think it also secures your account, right? Because if, for example, someone hacks your account and you do not have a KYC approved, you cannot claim that money belonged to you, because it was on blockchain, and blockchain is public, right? Anyone can say that it was my money. But if you have an KYC approved account, and that account was linked to your wallet, and that wallet contains some money, so that you can claim to the exchange that I had that money. So you have government these kind of things, and you will be able to claim your money if something like hacking goes into your account.
Okay. So for example, let's say I want to mine a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So what do you think? I can mine in my home, in my room?
Yeah,
I can do that?
yes, you can do it, but you need a good computer hardware, a good computer resources, because that requires a lot of computational power.
Okay.
And you should have either a good GPU or a good CPU. So if you think that you have it already, you can start it, because it is something which is for free, but you will be earning some kind of Bitcoin, right? For basically absolutely free. But if you think that is a profitable business, then I would say that first of all, you need a heavy and expensive computer hardware. So you need an investment, and other thing that you need is an electricity.
Yeah.
So electricity, it requires a lot of electricity. So electricity bill, and if you do not consider this money, then it is obviously a profitable business. But otherwise, these factors are so much that the profit that we get in mining is somewhat less. So people, they do not mine. And professional miners that have a lot of like farms, a lot of, they do it generally.
Okay. So recently we got the news that El Salvador country.
Yeah, El Salvador.
They made a legal tender.
Bitcoin.
They made Bitcoin as a legal tender. So what do you think? They have done correct? They have done right? That's the choice.
Actually, the government of El Salvador was smart enough to adopt a legal tender in their country as Bitcoin, but the people of El Salvador was not very smart enough, because they thought that if for example, if let's say Bitcoin is a legal tender in our country, then I can purchase apples in exchange of Bitcoin, but right now I can purchase Apple in terms of INR, right? INR has a fixed value, right?
Yeah.
If I buy Apple of 10 rupees, then I'm giving actually 10 rupees to the shopkeeper, right? And shopkeeper the next day will have 10 rupees because he sold a Apple to me. But if I gave him a Bitcoin, right, and some amount of Bitcoin, and the next day the price of Bitcoin falls. So just because he sold an Apple to me for 10 rupees, and just because the price of Bitcoin fell down, he's now having 8 rupees. Now he thinks that for a layman man, he would think that I am in a loss, right?
But it can be possible that the price goes up also.
Yeah, it can be possible, but there are just because the crypto market is so volatile and it goes up and down so many times, so there are more falls than the ups. That is
the cons are most.
Generally thinks. Yeah.
Cons are more. Pros and cons. Cons more ज़्यादा है ना?
Yeah, there are more cons. Family pros.
Okay. So I think we have talked very much about Bitcoin. Let's move forward and let's talk about altcoins, alternative coins.
Yeah, altcoins.
So what do you think one of the best altcoins, or top 5 you can rank them?
Okay.
Top 5 altcoins.
So the altcoins, they are based on a project, and that project has a vision, a mission, and objective. So based on those objectives, I will rate the altcoins that I like the most. The best altcoin in my opinion is Matic, because I like that coin very much, and the blockchain based on it is so fast, is secure, and is reliable, and it is every time a bull run happens, Matic is one of the top performers. So that is the reason I like Matic the most.
Okay.
And there are other altcoins that I also like. For example, Solana.
Okay.
It is a very...
So you are putting Solana on the second place.
Yeah, you can say that. Then there are like Binance Coin.
Okay, BNB.
BNB backed by Binance Exchange.
Yeah.
Binance Exchange, you know, is the most world's leading cryptocurrency exchange, and the coin backed by it is obviously a very powerful coin, and it also has a lot of use cases. So Binance Coin, I would say on number 3, and number 4, I would say something like from Web3. I have Kusama, KSM. Yeah, KSM, yes. It is a very powerful coin, and the concept behind it is also.
So it is like Polkadot.
Polkadot is a layer for Ethereum.
Okay.
It has its own blockchain.
Yeah.
But the Kusama also has its own blockchain, but it is based on Web 3.0. Okay. And Web 3.0 is also, is something seen from 2 to 3 years from now, right? So it has a huge significance in the future. Okay. So looking at that significance, I like that Kusama, because of its objectives and mission approach, will grow in the future. So that's why I think it is a good investment at the moment.
Let's first of all, you have named about Matic. Then second place Solana. Third place Kusama. Oh no, third place was Binance Coin.
Yeah, then Kusama. And if I have to pick a project from NFT, then I would say the Ape Coin. It has performed.
Ape Coin.
Yeah, Ape Coin has performed.
It is a very new coin.
Yeah, it is a new coin, but a lot of celebrities use them.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a
meme coin, we can say that.
Meme coin, a high market cap meme coin, like Shiba Inu.
Like Shiba Inu.
Yeah, you can say that. But Ape coin has obviously more features than Shiba Inu, and it also has a good use cases. Okay,
so you are talking about celebrities. What do you think? Celebrities like Elon Musk or whatever you got, a businessman like Elon Musk or other businessman like Michael, I think, what's his name
Michael
is?
Jordan?
No, not Michael Jordan. What's his name is? I'm not now able to remember that. Who recently buys Bitcoin of $7 million? I think. Okay, let's talk about Elon Musk. What do you think? He's doing right to the market, or he's promoting the market, or he's benefiting from it?
Look, Elon Musk is a very intelligent businessman, I would say, and he has influence in the crypto market just because he promotes the Dogecoin. Firstly, he promoted the Bitcoin.
Look, what do you think? Dogecoin is a project, or is it just a meme coin?
It is absolutely a meme coin. This coin was designed to be a meme coin, to be a coin which has to make fun of money.
Okay.
So it was designed to be as such, and that the coin which was designed to make fun of money, actually it had a lot of money invested in itself. So it became such a popular meme coin. So people invested in it and made a lot of profit. Yeah. And it was a good bull cycle, and it was all because of Elon Musk.
Oh yeah. So he was responsible for that.
He was responsible
for that. Do you
that.
think he made money from that?
Obviously, he made a lot of money. And the people who invested in Dogecoin before that bull run also made a money.
So recently a news came in the market that he has sold 75% of his Bitcoin holdings. So what what can be the reason behind it?
See, I do not understand this thing, because when the Bitcoin was around $35,000, he purchased at that point of time.
Okay, yeah.
And now
in the year 2019 or 20?
In 2020. Yeah. And when the Bitcoin was like $20,000, he sold at that point of time. I do not understand why, because Bitcoin was once at a level of $69,000 also. He could have sold at that point of time. So
according to you, it is a kind of a trap also?
Yeah, it would be a kind of trap. Yes, it is, because you do not care about money invested, because he already has a lot of money, no doubt about that. So it can be obviously some kind of trap, or to make some more market influence.
There are many investors in the market. For example, one of the leading investors in India, Arpit Khandelwal, he says that he will not buy a Bitcoin at $20. So what do you think? Even at a $20, if the price of Bitcoin falls to $20, he will not buy Bitcoin. What do you think? He's a foolish guy, or
I think he's a foolish guy.
At $20 he should buy. So why is he that?
you should. I think he might not be, very much interested in the technology behind it, or he does not have a good understanding of it, because a lot of people called Bitcoin a scam, and like you mentioned, it is also used for money laundering and those purposes. So government is also not something which is in the favor of Bitcoin.
Okay.
So these are some of the reasons that he might be looking at instead of.
So actually, I understand your point. So our podcast is going long. I will ask the last question.
Yeah. Okay.
So many of the young investors are coming in the market. For example, a student studying in high school like us,
Yes.
and many of the investors. So what do you think? They should invest in the market, or they should start trading in the market? So trading is good or bad? Investment is, I think, it is a better option. But what do
Investing
you think
is
about
always a
trading?
better option. Trading is a risky option, and in our age, because we do not have a lot of money ourselves.
So what kind of trading patterns are there? For example, let's talk about spot trading, futures trading, options trading. So what kind of trading, if they are willing to do the trading, what kind of trading they should do?
I think the safer option is always the spot trading. But if you want a quick money, or if because we are in such an age where our adrenaline also like our hormones.
Yeah.
If for example, if we make a small profit, then we want more profit, and we end up losing every bit of money that we have. And that is something which is very painful at this point of age, because we are something like we are not earning money by ourselves, because we are not placed yet. And if we are asking money from our parents and then investing in cryptocurrency, that is a very bad idea. You should never do that. So for people like us of our age who are not settled yet, they should not invest in cryptocurrency.
So the conclusion of his point is that if you have your own money, you are settled. You should.
You can.
Then only you should try.
Yeah, then only you should try. But otherwise, it is a very risky market. It can, mentally fuck you up, and there can be a lot of things. If you lose money, then there are a lot of things.
It is very volatile.
Very volatile market. And also, I would like to mention another point. If you are people like of our age, then you should consider thinking about making money. Right? You should not think about investing money, because investing money comes after when you have money.
Yeah.
So our primary goal should be to make money, right? So we can do that by having a job, or doing something of our own, like on YouTube, or maybe there are a lot of ways. So our primary goal should be to make money.
Okay. So the last thing I want to ask is, before ending the podcast, is if someone wants to invest in a Bitcoin, so what can be the best exchange in India?
In India?
Yeah.
I think, are you asking me about a global exchange or
No,
exchange?
not global exchange, the Indian exchange.
The Indian exchange, then I would say WazirX, I think.
WazirX.
Yeah, but WazirX does not have a very good history, because recently there was a drop in WazirX market, but there was no drop in entire crypto
I've also
market.
heard that if market falls, the transaction that if someone wants to buy a Bitcoin, he cannot transact from his bank to the wallet at the time when market falls. I heard about WazirX that.
Yeah, there were things like that.
Things like that.
Yeah. Because it is an Indian exchange, and anything like government issues there are in India, that would affect the Indian holders, not the international holders, right? So it can be very bad for the Indian market, but still WazirX is a very good exchange, and there are of course some competitors, but I like WazirX because of its the interface. It has a very user-friendly interface, and the trading fees is also very less, and it is a popular exchange. The new exchanges like CoinSwitch and CoinDCX and BuyUcoin, they are new to the crypto space, and they charge a very high platform fee.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's a better option.
Okay.
But otherwise, I like Binance. You can use in India as well. That's the best exchange that I've ever visited.
So I think all of the doubts that our users were asking before the podcast is now all of the doubts are clear. Thank you very much, Praneet Brar, for joining our podcast.
Thanks, sir.
Let's
for
meet you
inviting
in
me.
the next podcast.
Yeah, bro.
If
you like this podcast,
please like, subscribe, and share this podcast.
Share it with your friends,
and
if you like, and please share this information with your friends, because we are still into it, and we will be making more good content.
and he is here to help you anytime, anywhere.
Yes.
So okay, bye.
Bye.
Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, the links are mentioned in the description box.
Yeah.
Bye.